In Afghanistan, the difference between life and death wasn't just firepower, it was layered defense. The same principles that protected us overseas can keep your subdivision safe when law enforcement is overwhelmed or non-existent. Today, we're covering the 3 critical layers every suburban community needs: roving patrols, ready reaction force, and checkpoints. Miss any one of these, and your entire defense collapses. Drop your biggest subdivision security concern in the comments. I read every single one and often make videos based on your questions. Layer 1 is your early warning system. Roving patrols. These are your eyes and ears. The difference between being surprised and being prepared. In combat, we call this maintaining situational awareness beyond the wire. Each patrol team needs 2 to 3 people minimum. In a firefight, you need someone watching your 6 while you engage threats. Here's your essential loadout. Long rifle, 308 or 5.56. NATO, for standardized ammo radio with encrypted channels, small backpack with 72-hour supplies. Night vision or thermal, if you can swing it. This isn't Call of Duty, this is real-world combat-tested tactics. Here's where most civilian security fails. Predictable patterns. In Iraq, insurgents would time our patrols and set ambushes. Your patrols must be random. Focus on these vulnerability points. Wooded areas. Elevation changes. Dead spaces behind walls. Entry points from adjacent neighborhoods. Combat medic pro tips. Foot care, extra socks, and moleskin. A patrol with blisters is a combat ineffective patrol. Noise and light discipline. Your cell phone screen is visible from 500 meters with night vision. Cache sites. Pre-positioned supply drops at strategic locations. You don't want to return to base for every resupply. Every patrol member must be able to run half a mile. In Afghanistan, the difference between casualties and survivors was often who could move fastest to cover. This isn't negotiable. Layer 2 is your hammer, the ready reaction force. When patrols call for help, RRF responds with overwhelming force. Think of them as your subdivision SWAT team. Each RRF team has 5 people with specific roles. Tactical expert, team leader, handles hostile contact, operational coordinator, intelligence, drone ops, training medical expert. That's where my combat medic experience comes in. Mechanical expert, vehicle repairs, equipment maintenance radio operator, communications hub. Why these roles? In crisis, specialization saves lives. RRF carries heavier firepower, 308 or 300 Win Mag for long-range precision. Standardized ammunition across all teams, vehicle-mounted weapons if you can manage it. This isn't about being aggressive. It's about having overwhelming response capability when diplomacy fails. Your RRF trains constantly. Defensive operations, rescue and recovery, medical triage under fire. Diplomatic liaison with neighboring areas. In Afghanistan, we trained the same scenarios repeatedly because muscle memory saves lives when your brain shuts down under stress. When not on alert, RRF helps with community needs, gardening, construction, teaching skills. This builds trust and maintains team cohesion. A community that trains together survives together. Layer 3 controls access, checkpoints. These aren't suggestions, they're hard barriers that force compliance. Position checkpoints at main entry roads, secondary access points, natural choke points. Each checkpoint needs at least 3 operators with long rifles and vehicle stopping capability. Force vehicles to slow down and turn, never straight line approaches. This gives you time to assess threats and react accordingly. In Iraq, straight approaches meant VBIEDs. Vehicle-borne Improvised explosive devices. The same principle applies to home invasion teams using vehicles. Establish a visitor point outside your main perimeter. No firearms allowed past this point for non-residents. Armed security present during all interactions. Designated bartering area for trade. This isn't about being unfriendly. It's about maintaining operational security while enabling necessary commerce. Each checkpoint needs vehicle stopping capability. My 338 La Pua minimum. 50 BMG preferred. Standardized defensive ammunition across all positions. These aren't for intimidation. They're for stopping vehicle-borne threats that could devastate your community. 3 layers. Roving patrols for early warning. Ready reaction force for rapid response. Checkpoints for access control. Miss any layer and your entire defense fails. Which layer is your subdivision weakest in? Drop your answer in the comments. If this helped you think differently about community defense, hit that subscribe button. I'm releasing tactical content every week based on real combat experience, not YouTube theories. For more combat-tested survival strategies, check out my book, My Journey as a Combat Medic. Link in the description. Next week, we're covering communications protocols that kept our units alive in Afghanistan. You won't want to miss it.